This is a big picture overview of the predicting position from V naught and T. In other words, predicting position from the initial velocity and time lab. So this is a two-part lab. The first part you're going to have a setup like this. The video will show you the physical setup later. There's another part of the video that will do that. But the basic idea is we're going to have a car on a track, and it's going to be 0.3 meters. This distance doesn't matter. If you want to use a different distance, that's fine, but most people prefer just to be told what distance it needs to be. And you're going to have a photo gate here. You're going to release it. The photo gate will measure the velocity. So I know my initial velocity because I started from a standing position. I can measure my final velocity, and I know what my x is. From those three pieces of information, I can find my acceleration. Then I'm going to go over here. So I now, from part one, I know my acceleration. The final velocity here, we are now going to consider our initial velocity in part two, because I'm going to release the car from the same spot. So when I release the car from this spot, I'm not going to start counting the time, and I'm not going to start counting velocity until I get to the gate, and from part one, I know how fast I'm going. So I know my initial velocity from part one, I know my acceleration from part one, t equals 0 is right here, and my distance is 0 starting right here. So the question we will predict, then we'll use this information to make a prediction at what our distance will be, the distance past the photo gate, what that distance will be at t equals 0.3 seconds. Then once you do that, you will actually put a piece of tape at that distance. You will perform the experiment, and it's easier, rather than see how far off we are in distance, we're going to mark that distance and see what our percentage error in time is. And there's more details in other videos, but that's the big picture overview of what the lab is trying to accomplish.